Good morning, world. Happy Saturday. Hello and good morning, world. And welcome back to yet another fun-filled episode here with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast. As we embark upon what will be another great episode this morning, we thank you all for chopping it up with us, and we thank you in advance for a time that will be had. And so, yes, well, we are back like a shark attack, back like we left something, back like we ain't got no clothes in our back. And for the world is a better place in the moment when the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast is taking place. And so, thank you for tuning in with us this morning as we converse about the latest sports topics that have taken place from this past week and will be upcoming this week. It is always a blast to have you all tune in and participate with us every weekend. As a reminder that every week we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast can be found on Facebook via our two Facebook pages, the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page, as well as additionally on our Early Morning Sports Talk podcast Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram at EMSTP underscore, in which we're about to go live shortly. Again, on IG at EMSTP underscore. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, Ian Jones, as well as our guests for that weekend. Today is May 23rd, 2026. We have seen yet again another fascinating week in the sports world. For this past week, we saw overtime in both game ones of the Eastern and Western Conference NBA or NBA's Eastern and Western Conference Finals. And now we have progressed with both of those series, in which now the Knicks have taken a 2-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals and now head to Cleveland, or in Cleveland right now, which game three will take place tonight. Huge game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, huge game for the New York Knicks. We'll talk about how the New York Knicks has imposed their will. And additionally, the Spurs and Thunder. Game one was an absolute classic. Unreal numbers by Wemby, 41, 24, almost double-digit blocks, almost like a video game type stuff. But now the Thunder have woken up, and they've taken a 2-1 series lead. And so additionally, the White Sox and Chicago Cubs, they both cooled down, but the White Sox are above 500, which is a great thing. And the Chicago Cubs, on the other hand, are slumping, and they have been losing to a number of teams, even including a bad loss yesterday. And so we'll continue to keep the Cubs in our prayers. On the other hand, former Cub Kyle Schwarber, he is now knocking the ball out of the park, fellas. And he's taking a comfortable lead with home runs, in the lead for home runs in the MLB. Additionally, the NHL playoffs are now down to the Final Four, in which for the Western Conference Finals, the Vegas Golden Knights, man, these guys are familiar foes. They are always in the mix. This has been a great franchise, guys, since they've been inducted into the NHL. Great franchise. Up 2-0, took two. You could see the frustration in Colorado last night. You could see the frustration in Denver. But they went to take a 2-0 lead, and now heading back to Las Vegas, fellas, with a 2-0 lead in the Western Conference Finals. Additionally, on the Eastern Conference side, Canada always seems to produce a team, fellas, that go deep in the playoffs. If it ain't Montreal, it's Toronto. If it ain't Toronto, it's Edmonton. It's been Edmonton for a number of years, but now the Canadians are in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they have taken a 1-0 lead, and now a pivotal game two will take place tonight in Charlotte. And so with that being said, introducing our brother from another mother and my partner here on the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast, Mr. Jamar Goodman. Mr. Jamar Goodman, good morning, sir. How are you?
Man, Brandon, fellas, I'm pretty good. I'm glad to be here with another Saturday morning with you all. Let's get it cracking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. And in introducing my partner here on the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast and our other brother from another mother, Mr. Ian Jones, aka Rod Tidwell, aka People Hernandez, aka Cal Lee Watson. Mr. Ian Jones, my bro, what it do?
What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling this morning?
Bless, bro. Bless,
Very
bless,
good.
bless. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, fellas, let's get right into it. And so, let's begin to talk the NBA playoffs as we get our tags going. And so, right now, let's start with the Western Conference Finals, fellas. This is the series that seemed to, according to a lot of people, might produce the NBA champion. But we will talk about the East as well and how the Knicks are kicking ass on that side. But 2-1 series lead, Thunder lead Fellas, what's happening? What are you guys seeing? What does the Spurs need to do better? What does the Thunder continue to need to do in order to continue to do what they've been doing? And is it sustainable? We got a lot to talk about. So, Jamar, as always, let's begin with you, and then Ian will follow up with you. So, Jamar.
And look, as we know that this series here, it's gonna be a blockbuster movie event, however you want to phrase it.
Mhm.
The Spurs came out in the series. Drew Bud first went into Oklahoma City with a classic of a game in Game 1, classic of a game. And then from there, the Thunder have pretty much reintroduced themselves. Like, you must have forgot, we are the champs, and this is why we are the champs. And for the better part, the one thing I will point out in this series so far, where and the reason why I believe the Thunder are up 2-1, the bench. The bench has outperformed the Spurs bench mightily in this series. It's not even close. I think they've outscored them by like 30-some points each and every game, bench points to bench points, which has always been one of the strengths of the Thunder, to where they have so much depth.